don't even feel like turning on a light or anything, but because it's after 11 o'clock at night. But let's see what we can do here. Sorry everybody. Everybody's asleep in here. Yeah. I just laying here, you know. And yes, I got medicine on. Yes. I'm laying here. I go through some trouble. Well, not trouble for me, actually. But I just go through an effort to give you an indication. I sleep on my left side. But why do I sleep on my left side? Well, the Vishnu sleeps on his left side. When he falls asleep in Shayana Ekadasi, way back in July, during Chaturmasya, his day is like that, 6 months of ours. So for 4 months, he's sleeping. Just about at the end of the second month, going into the third month, before Pitri, the worship, Pitri Paksha, then he changes to the right side. Now left side, what is he doing? He's looking at Lakshmi. She's at his left side, so he's looking at Lakshmi. So he's giving pleasure to Lakshmi Devi. He's sleeping on his left side, looking at her. And then he gives pleasure to the living entities for the next 2 months, by sleeping on his right side. And that is a fact. So if one wants to know what side should I sleep on as a human being, there's no doubt. The best side, at least beginning the sleep, when all the cleanup is going on in your body, the majority of the cleanup in the body is going on at night when you're sleeping, because the body is so engaged in where should I put the foot, what should I look at, this, that, and the other. But at night, it has no interference and it can clean up nicely. So this is the best way to sleep, left side. But what this is coming from Scripture. I back it up with some good, science, medical science, because when you sleep on the left side, any gas that's in your stomach will come up and go out easily. Whereas if you sleep on the if you sleep on the right side, it won't come out. So the left side is the best for sleeping right away. And also, the right side, there's more flow of blood. So if you sleep on the right side, it pinches that flow of blood. So you don't get, this is medical, But am I interested in medical? No, I'm not so interested in medical. I'm trying to satisfy Krishna. And he made this body in a certain way. And it should be used in image of him. So also he did something. He made a GPO of the universe, considering the earth. The GPO of the universe, considering the earth, that latitude, longitude, is Mahakaleshwaram. Mahakaleshwaram. It's not Greenwich. Some English people have stolen it. And for me, this is like not a very nice thing to do. They want to do it to take away the importance of India. They can't do it. Scientifically, the universe is set up so the other planetary travelers can see where Mahakaleshwaram is and know this is the earth and know different parts of the earth using Mahakaleshwaram. This is the GPO of the universe. There's no doubt in my mind. Not some Greenwich, you know, timeline. Like if you use Greenwich, then you throw off everything, you know. It doesn't come out right. But got to go along with it. You can't fight it, but still, just keep it in mind. This is and how is it that the travelers in the universe can spot this area? Well, Indian government itself knows that every Jyotirling gives off a different vibration. Every Jyotirling. In other words, it's not an established, a human established thing, but it's a Jyotirling. They give off different frequencies. This is how, you know, just what do you call it? Forehead identification, fingerprint identification. Well, this is the Jyotir Shivling identification in the universe. And so, it just amazes me how persons can think that they can change nature. And the other thing is it does affect. Just that change does affect. Because you've got the whole world thinking that GPO of the crosshairs of the GPO of the latitude longitude is in Greenwich. So you got everybody. You change time, you ding this, and by doing that, they actually throw the time in India off by 29 minutes. You know, so you may think, you know, it doesn't really matter, but, you know, any astrologer, anybody that's going to predict the future or anything like that, he knows he has to adjust. He has to make an adjustment. Fudge factor. He has to make a fudge factor so he can come up with the right reading. And this is ridiculous. This is just totally ridiculous, you know, how it's been able to be. And you can, if you see this undermining, you know there's so many other undermining things. Because the person who did it knew why he's doing it and for what reason he's doing it. And it isn't just, show importance to England, but it's got something behind it in all these things. It disbalances the human being. It disbalances the human being. The decimal system disbalances the human being. We are made for binary. The hour system, instead of the Muhurta system is a time period. And the time period isn't like a wall. It slowly changes from one to the other. All these things are adapted purposely. There is purpose behind it to throw off the human being. And so we follow nicely. You know, if you want to know what time it is, you better do this and that and the other. You can't use just a sundial anymore, because that's not the way to do it, especially at night. Okay, whatever. In other words, you don't even look up to the stars to see anything anymore. You just look at your phone or on your hand because it's easier. It's lazy. So these things are adopted to make the person more under the control of another person. Oh, I can make a clock for you. Oh, and so many things. Oh, I was just laying here, trying to lay here and go to sleep, but I thought I better just get it off my chest because it's sometimes it gets just over, especially when you know I've been sleeping for so long in the lap of Maya, pretty well in the lap of Maya, and I'm just getting up, just opening my eyes. But when things like this come up, and it may seem like a simple thing, but actually they do disturb a lot. They do make their disturbance. And there must be a way to get around them so that you got languages. So not only that, but you can have uh, different ways of calculating things, at least within the country. At least within the country, there should be a liberty to be able to calculate things in different ways. Accommodate, not be mean with the people, but not give up Sanatan Dharma and those things that point to Sanatan Dharma. You know? Yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. And Hare Krishna, I think I better go to sleep. It's getting quite late, 11:30. Of course, there's a few firecrackers going off still, not too many, because this is the small Deepavali. And today is Lakshmi Puja. Tomorrow is the large Deepavali where Sri Ram appears. And just before this time, on Tridodasi, Dhanvantari appeared. And Dhanvantari, because he appeared from the churning of the ocean, there's actually no nakshastra that goes along with it. There's a moon day, which is Triyodasi, but there's no nakshatra. There's no star that controls the appearance of him. So he appeared today with the pot full of nectar, and of course Mohini Murthy was given that, and the whole story went. Okay, so you could go on and on and on, huh? Yeah, you could go on and on and on. And it's so nice. So sleep on your left side, then you can turn on your right side after some time, and yeah. And as the Sukadeva Goswami actually says, see, if you use scripture, it makes you feel so good. He says, what's the use of a pillow when you got your arm? Well, put your arm under your neck. Why under your neck? Well, all these pillows, they don't tell you, but all they have to do is just put some brace, where your head and your shoulders, where they meet, that area goes inward. Well, that area is very delicate. It stimulates the muscle, and then the flow from the hippocampus, which is down here, up to the amygdala and up into your brain, isn't so well if it's not supported. So a pillow doesn't help out. But the Buddhists, just to use an example, the Buddhists will just use their cloth, and then they'll put their cloth down, and you put that part of the neck there, and it's supported. So that's just like putting your arm behind your head. Now here he is. What's the use of a pillow if your arm exists? Sukadeva Goswami, right at the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam talking. He's giving hints, This is the way that one should sleep. Just put something underneath your neck right there so it isn't dangling. I would say that these people that have their jaw that slips and everything, it may even help them from that. Some people have a jaw that slips in the night and it goes back, and that may even support so that they don't have that happen, and they feel like they can't breathe, you know, because that muscle has been harmed. And I would say that using a pillow, and a big pillow, is like foolishness, like anything, because it's really making it bad. It like, doubles or triples the effect when you use a big pillow. You're not supporting that place at all, and you're even making it worse. You're not allowing the flow to be like nice. Yeah, all the energy isn't flowing nicely. So this is just Sukadeva Goswami speaking. Just, plain words to Mars Bricket. If you're going to go to sleep, just put your arm behind your neck. That's it. Then you go to sleep nicely. Simple human activities. And they're so simple that we just overlook them so easy. And then we have trouble sleeping. We have trouble eating. We have so many troubles. And it's just simple. Just the simplest thing in the world. Okay, better turn it off.